Blog Talk Radio.
Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed. It's summer party. Grown and sexy, throwing a party. Good summer party. Party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes allowed.
Welcome to Friday night at the Pajama Party. Another Friday night. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
All right, we're all here in place. If you join us for the first time, the rules of the Pajama Party is that there's no rules. And remember, when you wear pajamas, no drawers allowed underneath those pajamas.
Optional.
So we're going to keep it real and keep it right. Ketel, can you give us a rundown for tonight?
Sure can. You didn't tell us where we were tonight, Papa? We're in Georgetown in the Washington, D.C.
That's right.
Where they are acting a total fool.
Yes,
truly. This is the eve of
All Fools Night.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also known as Halloween.
Well, we're across the street. Well, we can't tell you where exactly. We're across the street from the Exorcist steps. Today they made it an official landmark. So I guess some people go on the sightseeing tour bus, you know.
The double Dutch bus.
Yeah.
So this means what for the DC impaired? What does it mean, Exodus steps? What does that mean?
Exorcist.
It's where they shot the movie The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Where the priest fell down the stairs in Georgetown is where they shot that. Yeah.
Actually
So
happened.
people go by there. It's a big tourist attraction now, so they're making it an official tourist attraction.
So DC thinks the whole world knows that? Or?
Oh, they ought to.
Well, now that we just told them, now they do.
Okay.
All right. What's happening, Ketel?
All right. We got hot topics. This week in politics. State police shoot down wayward blimp. School officer fired after tossing student in class. Plane catches fire in Florida airport. Hit it and quit it headlines tonight. We got the Amazon delivery drivers sue. Michael Jordan's house is still for sale. IBM to purchase the Weather Channel. Praying football coach placed on paid leave. Snyder's Lance to buy Diamond Foods. Wow. Mariah Carey's boyfriend opens new resort. We got What's Poppin' with Poppa DD, of course. Weird news. Prosecutor suspended for pulling gun on spiders. Giant pumpkin on the loose. And car that's found on a house roof. I'm just saying with Redwine, innocent until proven poor. Living for the city with Poppa DD. He's going to give us a surprise on that. My Hollywood wrap-up. Cocktail of the week, which is the Whiskey Smash. Our Kiss It list. And, of course, the last word. Sit back, relax, get your favorite cocktail, and we're going to come back with the hot topics.
You're listening to the Pajama Party Late Night Adult Talk Show. We've added a new segment to the show called the Kiss It List. Every week, we put people on this list who have done dumb stuff or have been irritating or just gotten on our or your nerves. So we call them out and put them on the Kiss It list, and we tell you why. If you have somebody you want to add to our Kiss It list, hit us on Twitter at @PajamaParty and use hashtag #KissIt, and we'll add them to the list. If you prefer to email your contenders, send them to info@apajamaparty.com. We'll call them out every Friday night at the end of the show, so get those names in. Now, let's get back to the Pajama Party Crew and more of the show. DJ, would you mind turning it up a notch? Oh, how rude. Oh, you're on the Kiss It list.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. And we have a live audience tonight. We have a couple people in our audience. We have Ree.
Hey.
And Leroy.
Hey.
All right. And they're here from the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. Representing tonight. Anyway, first story tonight.
You didn't tell them where we were tonight, Papa?
Yeah, we're at the
We're at an undisclosed location.
Undisclosed
in Georgetown.
location in Georgetown. We're at the Exodus Steps, as they say.
Yeah.
I got to do some research
the
on that.
Exorcist Steps.
Right. Yeah.
Across from it. Yeah.
Across from Exodus Steps, where the movie was allegedly filmed.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
It was. Go check it out. Check it out.
All right.
Mm-hmm. What we got, Redwine?
Okay, on Hot Topics, this week in politics, the Republicans had another debate on CNBC, and they were not happy with the moderators or the questions that they were asked. And that's been like a big hot topic for the rest of the week. People basically felt like the questions were not really about the issues that are concerning America and that they were too much on a personal note. And as a result now, the Republican National Committee, also known as the RNC, has pulled out from the next scheduled debate that was planned to be hosted by NBC, I believe, next week. So now the RNC is basically saying, if NBC's hosting it, we don't want anything to do with it. Because they had a problem with the way the questions were asked. You know, the moderators, I don't even know who those moderators were.
Yeah,
did anybody know who those people were?
Nobody's really.
Okay, so apparently they were a little bit green, and they just didn't handle it well, asking them what kind of superhero would you be if you were a cartoon character and some ignorant stuff like that.
What?
Instead of focusing on what the country really wants to know, and that is, what are you going to do about employing people and fixing the tax situation and housing and health and, you know, the wars and the terrorists and the illegal immigrants and all that stuff. They wanted to talk about dumb stuff. So, also in politics this week, John Boehner, my boy, has turned over his position as Speaker of the House.
Cry, baby.
Yeah, my baby, he's leaving. He's given over his position to Representative Paul Ryan.
Your boy.
Mr. Widow's Peak with the big ears. With the ears. He's going to be now in charge of the House and as the Speaker, so we'll see how he does.
They said he looked like the Monsters character.
Yeah,
he does look like Eddie Munster.
Yeah, Eddie Munster.
Eddie all grown up.
That Pink is strong.
Eddie. So we'll see what happens. He says that he plans to try to bring the Congress back together. But Boehner was so cute with his little tissue box. Also, I don't know if you caught the video of Ben Carson's wife, Dr. Ben Carson. I don't know what made her think she could sing the national anthem, but she was on a video. I saw it like in about 5 or 6 different places. No disrespect to you, Mrs. Carson, but you cannot sing, sweetie.
Oh.
Please don't do that ever again. She was trying to sing. I don't know where they were. It was I guess, a rally or something. And she was standing there singing like in an operatic form.
Really?
Yes, it was bad. She was singing a cappella. And
why?
Oh, she come you see. And it was bad. It was bad.
Oh, boy.
So, you know, I'm just saying, it looks like singing is not her calling.
Wait a minute, did his ratings go down, Ben Carson?
I don't know if they went up or down or what happened.
These jokers are retired. They got nothing else to do.
But she needs to find a hobby that does not involve singing.
Ooh, Lord.
Also, Ted Cruz has declared war on the liberal media. He put a letter out, basically. It was funny, after the debate, he put a letter out saying that he was declaring war on the liberal media because of everything that happened with the moderators and the debate. But this letter was actually in the form of a request for donations. So he sends out this letter to potential donors, you know, to help put money into his campaign, talking about, I've declared war on the liberal media, so send some money into my campaign and help a brother out, is basically what he was doing. So I just thought that was kind of funny. You know, you declaring war, but you want money. Also, Jeb Bush has lost his chief operating officer. They had to let her go because they couldn't afford it. His campaign is slowly dying. Jeb Bush, I don't think he's going to make it.
Yeah, wasn't he just fighting with his friend?
Yeah.
What's his name?
One, Rubio. Is it Rubio or not Cruz?
Rubio.
Rubio. Yeah, that was supposedly a friend, and he had been mentoring him, but they went at it toe-to-toe on that debate. But his chief operating officer was getting paid an annual salary of $144,000 on his campaign. And, you know, last week they just cut a lot of people's salary. Turns out they cut those salaries by 40%. trying to keep his campaign afloat.
Right.
And now he had to let her go, the chief operating officer, so that'll save him $144,000.
Wow. So who's going to do her job?
I don't know.
Somebody's going to multitask?
I guess they're going to have to.
I think Bush is on the way out anyway. He's kind of dry.
I don't know. Daddy and brother may come to the rescue.
Nah, I doubt it.
No, I think he's on that slow boat down.
He was always a black sheep. I think he's gone.
You think so?
Yeah, he's gone.
I think he just won't admit it. You know, some of the other candidates just said, okay. They put the church finger up and said, I'm out. And I guess we're just waiting on him to do the same.
So what's your boy Boehner? What is he going to do? Is he retiring?
I don't know.
What are you going to do?
I know he's getting out of Congress.
Yeah, he's out. He's out.
He is done.
Yeah.
He has had more than enough.
I guess he's going to go to the private sector.
And he's probably leaving with a ton of money.
Oh, I'm sure he's got money.
Don't think he's leaving out,
Oh, shoot. I
don't
know
cry for Boehner.
He ain't leaving his job like you would leave your job, broke. Not at all. Don't think that for a minute.
And he probably has a nice pension and all kinds of
money. Gold. Probably got some gold stash and
got everything.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, they probably got the key to the big Fort Knox.
Yeah. And then also Congress today finally has put a budget together that's supposed to cover us for the next 2 years. So it looks like we will not have another threat of a government shutdown.
Why do they always
at least for 2 years?
Why do they always do that? Last minute.
Because that's the games that they play.
Who got time to be playing games?
I don't know. So the Senate voted 64-35 that they were going to go ahead and approve the bill. So well, we'll see what happens on that.
Wow.
And that's what happened this week in politics.
All right. Believe, that's all, folks.
You better believe it.
Well, I got the state police using shotguns to deflate wayward blimp. Remember the big blimp that was traveling from D.C. all the way to PA?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. State police used shotguns Thursday to deflate a wayward surveillance blimp that broke loose in Maryland before coming down into trees in the Pennsylvania countryside. It could take days or even weeks to remove the blimp. It's a big-ass damn blimp.
Yeah.
It had very sensitive electronics on board, have been removed, but the vast majority of blimp is still there. The blimp's remains were in trees along a ravine in a hard-to-access area with no roads leading directly to the site, and officials are working on the removal plan. 240-foot helium-filled blimp. And it went in Muncie, a small town about 80 miles north of Harrisburg.
In Pennsylvania?
Okay. No injuries were reported. That's a surprise. It says the radar-equipped blimp fitted with sensitive defense technology. Escaped from the facility around 12:20. And
it escaped?
It drifted all the way northward, climbing about 16,000 feet. It covered about 150 miles over 3 hours. So, and the property damage was ranged up to $2 million.
Wow.
So, who is going to pay for it?
I guess we will, the taxpayers.
I'm going to tell them to kiss it. We're going to put them on the kiss it list.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Whoever was supposed to be watching the blimp.
Yeah, they didn't watch the blimp.
Making sure it didn't
get
away.
Over here, Papa. Yeah, so crazy. So, I mean, I wonder what kind of sensitive information they have on that blimp. What you think?
I thought it was supposed to be monitoring the East Coast. I don't know what they were monitoring.
That's big ass brother watching our ass.
They were watching us?
Yeah.
You don't think they saw us last week, did they?
I hope not. Well, what were you doing last week?
We were in Fiji last week.
Yeah, we were.
I don't know.
Got me a tan. All right now. Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. What you got over there, Papa?
In other news, we got a plane that crashed it might as well have crashed. A plane that caught on fire on the tarmac. Now, these people were just straight lucky, okay?
I know that's right.
Because, I've often said, and Ketel and Redwine can tell you that I've always talked about merging of companies that's going to be big.
Yeah.
And I gave it 5 years where there'll be maybe 2 or 3 of everything. 2 cell phone companies, two everything. 2 or 3 of everything, because all these companies are making enough money. They need more people. That's what they need. They're making enough money. They need more people.
Okay.
All of them making money. Believe me, they're all making money. Anyway, this airline was, what was the name of it? Dynamic.
Yeah,
I ain't never seen
heard
nothing with it was Dynamic. Okay, so watch yourself when you're out there choosing airlines. Okay, pick the big 4 or the big 3. But Dynamic Airline, this plane was built in 1986. 86.
Serious?
You know how people say I got shoes older than that? I don't have no shoes older than that.
That's old in dog
That
years.
is 29, I think, years old. That's a long time.
Yeah, long time.
And who knows how the service is on it. It probably has its own maintenance, no routine maintenance like major airlines. And the fiasco of it happened at an airport called Fort Lauderdale / Hollywood. Hollywood is the last little town you get to before you get to Miami. And it's right there. It serves Fort Lauderdale, Miami, what have you. And it's kind of the getaway airport because it's not in Miami, but it's right on the outskirts. And the plane just went up in flames crazy. And God bless everybody that got out safely like that, but it must have been horrendous. It must have been just crazy because that engine was just burning. And for them people to be taxiing to the runway, they are completely blessed.
Yeah, that they didn't take off.
Completely blessed. Because the fuel was leaking. One airline told the other airline, you're leaking. I think it's something that, next you know, boom, you're on fire. I mean, it was just crazy. It was not funny. It's crazy.
It just sounded like the fuel was just busting at the seams.
Yeah, I mean,
Who
you know.
filled it to that capacity? It's just, I mean.
Well, it was going all the way to.
That's what it was.
It's one of the few nonstop flights that they have. It was going to Venezuela. Is that how you pronounce that, Redwine?
Yeah, it's going
Since
to
you're
South
the
America.
expert on pronunciation.
Venezuela.
Right. And it's a nonstop flight, so people take advantage of it. Because you can go to Venezuela and just do whatever, you know. Everything is free.
You can do whatever with whomever.
You know, Venezuela is just.
When they walk around butterball, I thought that was a deal.
They do.
I guess it's a matter of who you.
I think that's where we're gonna be next time. Our next location.
When that plane caught on fire, them passengers,
but not on that airline.
were like, oh damn, I had plans.
So how many people were on the airlines?
It was I think 100 and 101. It was injury. It was injury. A couple dozen people injured, and but everybody got mostly injuries by sliding down that chute. You know, that's your anxiety is just crazy. You got more stuff going on in your ankles than you do your brain because you can't wait to get to the ground. But it was thank God it worked out the way it did. You know,
and what I thought was crazy is when I heard the recording from, I guess it was from the control tower talking to the pilot, and they were telling them that you have something leaking or that they thought it was.
He said a lot of fluid.
Fluid leaking, and the pilot's response was, "Well, I guess we need to turn around and go back." And I'm listening to it like, you guess? If you're leaking something, I don't care what it was. If you're leaking something,
right?
What do you mean? You guess we have to turn around and go back? That seemed like that would be like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Well, Redwine, your car is leaking something. I never stop you on the streets. Every time you leave out the driveway,
We're not
I see
about me.
I see a spot in the driveway. That don't stop you from going nowhere.
Well,
How you gonna talk about them?
Y'all gonna behave tonight?
There goes Redwine in the spot in the driveway.
He started.
That don't stop you from running the streets too.
Like I said, I
Anyway.
didn't start it. He came for me.
No, but they didn't know what it was exactly.
He's gonna start with me. Oh, excuse me.
And fuel, jet fuel, which is also called JP5, has a high flash point. So it burns what it burns. It's not like gasoline in a car that would just burn the whole surrounding area. Jet fuel burns what it's burning. That's why that was able to be contained in that particular area. Now, if that was a gas thing, it'd just blow up because the vapors are higher. So jet fuel has a high potency but a low flash point. Anyway, that's just from my
really?
Thank you.
Navy
Thank
days.
you for that, Papa. Thank you.
You know. They always said I was the smartest on the panel. Anyway, in other news.
Oh, boy.
What you got over there, Redwine?
Well, last hot topic, of course, is the sheriff that snatched that young lady out of that classroom down in South Carolina.
Oh, here we go.
And this one was out of Columbia, South Carolina.
Mm.
A deputy who flipped a disruptive student out of her desk and tossed her across the math class floor was fired on Wednesday.
Is that all?
Yeah, he was fired.
They should have whacked his pee-pee.
Oh, boy.
They should have
The
pulled
sheriff-
his pants down and whacked his
See,
pee-pee.
Here we
It's
go.
not me.
Go.
It's not me.
Here we go.
The sheriff called his actions unacceptable and said that the videos recorded by her classmates showed that the girl posed no danger to anyone.
Really?
And they were saying that what he should not have done was to throw the student that way. And that was what the county sheriff, Leon Lott, said. And then he went on to say that police officers make mistakes too. They're human and they need to be held accountable. And that's what they did with Ben Fields. That was the deputy's name. So civil rights groups immediately were praising the firing of the officer and saying that, at least they did handle the situation quickly. But, now her family has gotten an attorney. I believe it's the same attorney that handled Michael Brown's case, or his family, that represented his family.
Wow.
So the whole situation has now escalated. And, the question that I have is that, okay, the whole thing started because the girl didn't want to give up her cell phone.
Right.
Now, the policy of the school is that you're not supposed to have a cell phone out during class. And the girl had her phone out. The math teacher, had seen her texting and said that was a violation of the school policy, and that she and another student verbally challenged the officer's actions during the arrest. Now, what I find interesting is that they even called it an arrest. I'm trying to understand, first of all, what do you mean you challenged an arrest? What was she being arrested for?
Good
If
question.
having her phone out in class, is that now against the law, or is it against school policy?
Right.
Policy is one thing, the law is another.
Right.
So I don't see where she was under arrest at that time.
And I'm trying to understand, why did they bring this, quote unquote, he was a deputy?
Yeah.
Where did he come from? And most of the time, schools have some type of patrol or somebody on the premises.
Yeah, he was. He was what they call a resource. What do you call that?
He's the resource officer.
Resource officer means he worked for the school system. They're bona fide to carry a gun and all that jazz. But
right.
I just don't think, first of all, in every incident that's going on with people getting killed or what have you, nobody seems to call for backup. So that means that every department that we as taxpayers pay for lays dormant. The negotiation department, the Health and Human Services department, all these departments are waiting back at the police station waiting to be called, and their damn phone ain't ringing. Because the one guy comes in here and I'm the Incredible Hulk, and I'm going to handle this.
Do you think that he needed backup for one individual?
He should have got a female officer, first of all, to handle a female student based on the fact of her. And then to flip the child like that, what's up with that? I mean, they need to check for steroids.
I don't think all that was necessary.
He needs to be checked for steroids because when I looked at him, he had that kind of stance like, they got that big shoulder thing and a little dick between their legs. Excuse me, did I say that? Anyway.
Disclaimer?
No, we're saying that to be jokes, but in all seriousness, the reaction of the steroids will mess with your mind, build up your muscles, but reduce your Johnson. And that's just a known fact on it. But some people don't seem to care because they're looking at the macho in their image as opposed to their manhood. So, but give me a disclaimer anyway.
Oh, okay.
The following program contains coarse language and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay. Anyway, is this an adult talk show?
Yes, it is.
All right, then don't be messing with me. Anyway, like I was saying, I've heard a lot of media talking heads say that the man should definitely have a check for steroids because he has that look where he wants to be Mr. Cro-Magnon man. And to come and flip a child like that, there's laws on the table for children when it comes to, everything.
Well, what I want to know is what is the school's policy for dealing with a disruptive student?
And I still haven't. How?
Well, they're saying she was disruptive because she would not put her phone away. And the teacher asked her, then they called an administrator in there. The administrator told her, put your phone away, and she basically was not complying. So then they called the resource officer, this deputy, He came in, told her, put the phone away, and she still wouldn't do it. So that's when he decided, all right, then I think the teacher said, then I want her out of here. And she said, no, I'm not leaving either. So she was like just saying, I'm not going to put my phone away. I'm not leaving. Basically, she wasn't going to do anything that they were telling her to do. So the officer said, okay, then you need to leave. And she said, no, I'm not leaving. So then I guess he decided, well, then I will forcefully
That's when the
make you
steroid
leave.
kicks in. That's when the steroid kicks in.
So that's why I'm saying, what is the school policy on dealing with a situation when if the teacher feels like a student is disrupting the class in whatever way they think they're disrupting, what is the school's policy?
Well, it sounds like she went through the policy.
Right. The policy was to turn over to the authorities.
Right.
And how can you say somebody disrupted when they haven't even gotten out of their chair? Don't you think if you're going to be disruptive, you're going to be in a standing position, in a talking position?
She was being disruptive because she didn't put her phone away.
She was being defiant.
Which is disruptive because now the teacher can't.
But why didn't the teacher just move on with his lesson?
If she didn't put herself in that position, her ass wouldn't have got dragged all over the damn floor.
But obviously.
So it starts at home. Get that shit together at home. Foster care, real care, whatever. They need to get that shit together.
Obviously, that student and that teacher have the history. Obviously, they have a history.
I don't think so. Well, the officer has a history because the same officer was in trouble because prior to
so why wasn't there a backup called?
There was another parent whose child was autistic, and this child was a white child. Child was autistic who got roughed up by this same officer in a prior situation.
Same school,
same officer. And the officer had some stuff in his record. Yet the school gave him an award like about a year before for doing such a wonderful job. So somebody's lying. Either he's doing a wonderful job or he's not. How is it you beating up and grabbing and doing whatever to an autistic child who probably does not even comprehend what you're saying, and then you're going to grab on him and all of that? And the mother took pictures. The kid had bruises, scrapes, scratches, shirt ripped. So what is this officer's
Because you're not calling for backup. You're trying to be the judge, jury, and executioner.
But it's not a SWAT situation.
I didn't say SWAT.
These are kids. What do you need backup for?
You need backup for somebody to come in with a cool thinking mind, somebody to think rational.
Well,
somebody to say, well, why don't we get a female officer in here to talk to her? Why don't we get a black female officer in here to talk to her? Somebody that could be on her level or see what she's going through.
But that's why they have him there on the spot.
To be what? To be everything?
He's supposed to be the rational one to bring peace when there's
was he rational?
No, he was
not.
Turning
somebody upside down to death is not rational.
That's what he's supposed to be doing.
He's going to suffer the consequences. But if
he's already been fired.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
I'm talking about further than that. If you guys got any questions or comments of what we're talking about, hit us up tonight. Or just check in with us tonight because we want to get our tequila shots in tonight.
Yeah, whoever calls here, we take tequila shots. And
hit us up at 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Got to press 1 to get in the queue so we can check you out and see what's going on and check in or whatever you're going to do. We are at Georgetown,
Washington, D.C.
Yep, we are across the street from the Exorcist steps, famous movie, The Exorcist. Papa, what's going on?
He thinks that's so funny.
So when did they show these steps in the movie? When is it featured?
When the priest falls, he falls down the steps?
Got thrown, I think. I think the little girl threw him down the steps.
At the end of the movie?
Is that the same movie where they said red rum?
No. We got a live audience tonight. We got Leroy and we got Bree.
All right. If I don't remember the movie, then
okay.
I'm an action. I like.
We'll find it for you.
Yeah, we'll find it and.
All right. Well, that's
we had to show you that.
Just because people haven't seen the Exorcist doesn't make them
We got to call the Redwine. We got to call.
No.
Oh, okay. We're gonna take a little CC break and like I said, hit us up at 914-803-4306
and press 1.
We're going to take a little CC break and come back with the Hit It and Quit It headlines. We'll be right back.
Do you have unruly children? Do they misbehave in school and get bad grades? Are timeouts completely ineffective? Are you scared to spank them because they might have you arrested? What they need is a new school where discipline is number one and education is secondary. What they need is...
Whoop That Ass Academy.
Here at the
Whoop That Ass Academy,
we don't have discipline problems. Know why? We're privately owned and we do what we want. And when kids get out of hand,
we whoop that ass.
Timeout is for football games. When kids want to show off, we don't give them a timeout. We just
Whoop that ass.
we don't make a kid stand in the corner. That's by house plan. When one of our kids gets out of order, we snatch him out of that classroom and
Whoop that ass.
Here at WTA Academy, we make sure they learn the basics of reading and writing, math, and science. But above all else, they learn discipline. This is what will keep your kids out of jail. Make the world a better place. Sometimes you gotta whoop
that ass.
And we do. Here at WTA Academy, our motto is, we care enough to whoop
that ass.
They may not read and write too well, but they'll act like they've got sense because we whoop
that ass.
So bring your kids on down to Whoop
That Ass Academy.
We'll get them straight.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Woo woo.
And we're into some deep discussion tonight, and we're just letting it all go. Because that's what we do every Friday night. If you join us for the first time, this is called a Pajama Party. We're an adult late night talk show. We come on 9 o'clock Eastern Time.
Here we go.
8 o'clock Central Time.
All right, keep it straight.
7 o'clock Mountain Time.
All right.
And 6 o'clock Pacific Time.
All right, Papa, you got it.
All right.
Right.
And that's 9:15 CP time. All right.
And what time non-CP time?
9 CP time is 9 o'clock on the news. And this is every Friday night. And we are the Pajama Party. I'm Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
All right. Yeah, she's French, or she was dating a French guy or something.
She was. I don't know if she still is.
I am French by association.
I think he's still up in her. Somehow. He left something
now,
in
you
her.
just have a real way with words.
You can't stop speaking French.
I'm not messing with that one.
Come on,
Something is still tickling her fancy.
Sweet
So, what are you going to do? Anyway.
We are at Georgetown, Washington, D.C. We're across the street from the Exorcist, the movie, The Steps. They officially said it was a landmark today. And,
yay.
Hey.
A new landmark in D.C.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You got a lot.
Yeah. Like y'all needed another.
What, landmark?
Like y'all need another landmark.
Oh, well.
Okay. Well, I got the first hit and quit it. Amazon delivery drivers sue.
Uh-oh.
A group of drivers for the new Amazon Prime Now delivery service filed suit against the company Tuesday, allegedly, they were denied overtime pay, workers' compensation, and mileage reimbursement. The workers say they were improperly classified as independent contractors instead of employees. Oh, that's how that works. Although drivers are paid $11 an hour, the suit claims that many are in reality receiving less than California's $9 minimum wage after factoring in expenses such as gas, toll, and maintenance.
Oh.
So they are shortchanging Amazon drivers. That's not right. That ain't right.
Them hustling like soldiers.
I know, they sure do.
Same day delivery, next day delivery.
I tell you, I heard an advertisement that was so scary it wasn't funny. I heard an advertisement for because Amazon does a lot of outsourcing.
Yeah.
For their company.
And
I heard something in New Jersey that said to apply at some place called something staffing.
Mm-hmm.
They said no diploma or GED required.
Wow.
What are they doing?
So they're taking any and everybody, huh?
Wow.
Okay.
So they don't pay them little or nothing, I guess.
Yeah, that's the ticket. That's the license to dog you out.
Mm-hmm.
Cause they just
sound
feel
like some plantation labor.
Yeah, well, that goes on. That goes on.
That ain't right.
No, that ain't right.
It sounds similar to Uber and this other company called Rabbit.
So we're gonna put Amazon on the list.
I think we are. Yes,
I
we
think
are.
they qualify.
Yeah, there you go. That ain't right. They better get it together.
That stuff is wrong.
You got that right. Amazon, you officially on the Kiss It list.
Kiss it, Amazon.
Yes. Okay. What you got over there, Papa?
I got Michael Jordan.
What Michael Jordan talking about?
Michael Jordan is trying to sell his house in Chicago. How long has he been out of Chicago? Michael Jordan is ratcheting up efforts to sell his Chicago mansion. and he's willing to do almost anything to make a sale happen. You know, he got married recently to his
new boo.
His snow boo.
Oh, he got a snow boo?
Oh, without a doubt. She was at his Hall of Fame ceremony.
Okay.
She was a mom.
And yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
All right. Shout out to Michael Jordan.
So what is it?
Something about that long blonde hair in your crotch. Anyway, MJ's MJ's 56,000 square foot home in 56,000
That's a lot of house.
square foot home in Chicago has been on the market since 2012. Even though the real estate market has gone up significantly since then, his airness has cut the asking price of the 9 bedrooms, 15 bathrooms, 15 and a half bathrooms, and 1/2 bathroom, from $29 million to $14.9 million.
Man, that's a big drop.
And his listing agent is offering just about anything possible to get the sale done. He's even reported that Michael Jordan will throw in a pair of every single edition of the Air Jordan shoe that ever came out.
Okay. Well, that's a good deal. I think you should jump on that.
And he said if the price is right, he can make almost anything happen. And he looks like he's willing to do it. Looks like Michael Jordan is trying to get out of Chicago lock, stock, and barrel. And the last thing he got left in Chicago is
that big A house.
6,000 square foot of real estate.
Go ahead and write that check, Papa.
That's a lot of house.
That's a lot of money. $14.9 million.
You can put about 10 families up in that thing.
More than that.
15 bedrooms.
No, 15 bathrooms. Get it right, Papa. 9 bedrooms.
9 bedrooms and 15 bedrooms. Wow.
What is it, 15?
15
9 bedrooms and 15 bathrooms.
So that's 9 o'clock on the East Coast. And
there you go. Don't start no won't be none.
That means every bedroom definitely has its own bathroom.
For sure.
Without a doubt.
I know that's right.
There, 6 left over.
Yeah. Except 4.5 are like
we'll
half
see what
happens
happens.
Or whatever.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I got a story about IBM. They're trying to buy the assets of the Weather Company.
Really?
Which is the parent of TV's Weather Channel. Now, the deal does not include the TV operations, but is focused on the Weather Company's range of digital weather information assets, which include smartphone apps, websites, and also data sets. So we're waiting to see what's going to happen with that deal, but in a statement from the CEO, Dave Scholl, of the Weather Channel television network, he said that the network will continue to be owned and supported by our existing shareholders, which is Bain Capital, Blackstone, and NBC Universal. So this looks like another one that's going into the Pac-Man abyss, getting eaten up by somebody else.
I told you.
The Weather Company is currently owned by 2 private equity firms, which is Blackstone Group and Bain Capital, and by NBC Universal. The 3 of them had been contemplating a variety of strategic options for more than a year and had approached several potential buyers. Now, they paid $3.5 billion for the company in 2008.
How many zeros is that?
$1 billion.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
A lot of zeros.
I know that's right.
That's a lot of money. $3.5 billion they paid, and that was in 2008.
Wow.
So I don't know what all of that's worth now. In what year is this? 2015?
Yeah, last time I checked.
A lot of money.
Yeah, it is a lot of money. What you think about that, Papa? About the merger?
I just, I always say that's what's going on, because these companies around the world, people are spending money. I'll talk about it a little later in what's popping as far as how the poor really hold the strength of capitalism, and they don't even realize it. And it's just really interesting. And the businesses know it. I mean, people are making money on fees on ATM machines.
I know.
They're making fees on bags at the airlines. There's money being made everywhere.
Sure.
Everywhere.
That's where the billions of dollars
until people wake up and understand where their dollars are going, and it's not going back to them, because it's just very interesting. I mean, everybody's merging. Why not merge? You're making money over here, I'm making money over here. Let's get together our employees and make money together.
Well, what I want to know is, where is all my dollars going?
You really want me to tell you?
You need to merge.
No, don't tell me.
need to merge with maybe the French guy or something. Maybe he got something going on.
I have enough money.
Oh, excuse him, why?
I need to go find somebody that's got all the money.
Uh-oh, watch out now.
I need to call Michael Jordan and see if he's really happy.
Well, look, he's trying to sell his old home, so maybe you can. He can purchase that for you. Y'all can hang
I'm
that.
just saying.
Just saying.
I can make it work in that little house.
I ain't messing with
54,000 square feet. I think I could fit in there.
56,000.
56,000. Yeah, I could make that work. It might be a little tight, but I think I can make that work.
Okay. Well, I got one. This is interesting. Praying football coach placed on paid leave by district. It says the coach of a Washington State high school football team who prayed at games despite orders from the school district to stop was placed on paid administrative leave. The same day, a group of self-described Satanists said it planned to attend Thursday's game to protest the practice. His name is Joe Kennedy from Bremerton High School. His assistant coach was put on leave because he refused to comply with district directives to avoid overt religious displays on the field. Kennedy has vocally prayed before and after games, sometimes joined by students, since 2008. So why are they bothering him?
They said that was overly religious?
Yeah. I mean, it says for 15 to 20 seconds. He has initially agreed, but then with support, he agreed that he was going to stop doing it. With the support from the Texas-based Liberty Institute, a religious freedom organization, he resumed the post-game prayers. He silently taking a knee for 15 to 20 seconds.
After the game. You said post-game.
Right.
So that's after the game. Everything is over and done.
Right. Seconds midfield after shaking hands with opposing coaches. Right.
So it's not like anybody's waiting on anything else to happen. It's over and done. The game is over. Hands are shaking.
Right. It's a personal thing that he does, 15 to 20 seconds. He kneels and gives his praise, and it's up to the students if they're going to join in or not.
So he's not requiring or requesting.
No.
They do what they want to do.
So
who's opposing this?
The school itself. Bremerton High School. They want him to stop.
Okay.
It's not like he's pushing his beliefs or anything on people. He's just kneeling and just like what you said earlier. What's his name? Tybo or whatever?
Oh, yeah, when T-Bo.
Oh, yeah, when
he
kneels.
playing.
Right, and he gives his praise. Okay, what's the problem?
I don't see the issue, for real.
It just doesn't make any sense. It says Kennedy's lawyer called the leave a hostile employment action. So, like Poppa DD says, who has to gain from it? He always says that. So what do you think, Papa? Somebody has something to gain from it?
That's always the case.
That's sad.
We look at racism through the years, but we have to look at who took advantage of racism. Housing, jobs, opportunity. You can't just look at racism. You look at the black and white thing, you'll be lost in that while other people are living large and you won't even realize what they're doing. So always focus on who's taking advantage of the bullshit.
Right.
Really.
That's crazy.
Yeah. If you guys got any questions or comments what we're talking about, because we need some feedback, because we just boggled. 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Yeah. We're trying to get our tequila shots in, too. So if you check in for the night, we can take out tequila shots.
Yep, that's the requirement.
Right.
We got them lined up, waiting on you all. I got one last one. Your girl Mariah Carey.
I'm before you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go right ahead. Did I jump over you?
Yeah, we're gonna save.
Mariah save her for last.
Save her for last.
Okay.
That's for last.
All right, go for it.
We're gonna jump on all them titties. We're gonna save them titties for last. Anyway, I got something here which plays on everything we've been talking about. Snyder Lance. Anybody know what Snyder Lance is?
On the popcorn. My pop secret. Yeah.
Snyder is the pretzel people, and Lance is actually little.
The little cracker people.
Little crackers from years ago.
You don't mean little crackers
so that's
like
old
little
money.
white.
That's old money. And yeah, remember the little packs of when you was back in high school?
I'm sorry. When you said little crackers, I was envisioning something else.
Yeah, Lance Crackers and Snyder, they got together years ago. So now they're called Snyder Lance. Snyder's the pretzels.
Oh, okay.
So Snyder Lance got together years ago and put together some snacks and shit, I guess to satisfy your marijuana munchies and shit. Anyway, now they agreed to buy Diamond Foods. Okay, Diamond Foods is a snack maker that settled this account probe with the regulators last year for about 1.27 billion, which really is no money by today's billion standards. Okay, and that will add the Ketel chips. You know, the famous Ketel chips that are out there.
Hello.
And Emerald almonds.
Yeah.
To his arsenal. So you have pretzels now, the chips, all the snacks. You know what I mean?
They're trying to corner the
snacks are always right. Snacks are big. Snacks are big. Believe me. All right. Now the Diamond investors will also receive 0.775 of Snyder Lance's share of their $12.50 in cash for each of their shares. And the company said Wednesday in the settlement that the deal also includes the assumption of $640 million in debt. They're going to take the debt away from this company as well, bringing the total transaction value to $1.91 billion. Okay, the equity offers of about $40.46 a share presents a 16% jump in the whole situation for Snyder Lance's corporation.
Wow.
Okay, now the takeover gives, now peep this here, because see, this is stuff we don't see. Just like when we didn't see when George Bush got rid of analog TV and turned it all over to digital. Now an old man can't even pull up damn antennas and watch TV, watch a baseball game. You need cable to do everything. Or you used to just get a TV, cut it on, pull up some damn rabbit ears and watch TV. You can't do that shit no more because Bush just shanghaied that without nobody even looking. Told it to flip the switch, turn it from analog to digital. Now, if you ain't got digital, you ain't got jack. You sitting in the dark. Anyway, but peep this here to show you how this little mom and pop snack company, pretzels and fucking potato chips. All right, peep this here. The takeover gives Snyder Lance now a more formidable stable of brands, adding Diamond Nuts, chips, and Pop Secret popcorn. Okay, to their lineup.
That's my favorite.
Cape Cod potato chips.
That's those hard potato chips to cut your
They have the Lance crackers, of course. Snyder's of Handover pretzels. Snyder Lance also said that the acquisition will strengthen its store delivery networks in the United States and help the company expand to the UK and across Europe.
Wow. Okay,
the company forecasts almost cost savings of, they're going to save $75 million just with this merge alone.
Man, they're going to save.
All right, so it's just really interesting. And then they talk a little bit now about the Diamond evolution, where they came about. The Diamond is, you know, the almonds and stuff, which was big. Diamonds are big. That's really big. And the deal that they had, Diamond came about, they were a little small San Francisco-based company. They evolved from a fast-growing company built via acquisitions to take over Target, but that didn't go through because they weren't big enough. They wanted to take over Target. Target stomped on their ass like a bug. So that never went through. They tried to get some cereal companies and things like that. So Diamond kind of got left out there until, like we said about people chopping up people, until Snyder came along and snatched their ass. So Diamond thought they had ass, but they didn't really have ass because Snyder had real ass and snatched up their ass. So it's like ass catching ass. You know, we won't turn it into a actual metaphor, but okay.
Pac-Man.
So just go to show you, like I've always said, in 5 years you'll have 3 or 4 of everything. 3 or 4 airlines, 3 or 4. There won't be more than 5 anymore, because these companies, with all the money they make, they need employees. They got all the money they need. They don't need names. They don't need brands. They don't need buildings no more.
Yeah, they got plenty of money.
They got plenty of money. They just need people to count it.
Right.
So that's my take on this whole Snyder Lance was a mom and pop pretzel joint.
I'm raising my hand to count. I can do some counting.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we're gonna talk about that a little later on this.
Okay. If you guys got any questions or comments with Poppa or Redwine or myself talking about, hit us up tonight at 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Gotta press 1. What else you got over there, Redwine?
I just want to talk about Mariah Carey and her boyfriend.
Here we
go. She has a new boo.
Her $1 billion.
Yeah, her $1 billion boyfriend.
She told Boo Boo bye-bye.
She sure did.
She don't have enough money.
But I got a new boo-boo. $1 billion boo-boo.
Come on with it.
This guy, her new billionaire boyfriend, his name is James Packer. They were recently at the grand opening of his new Studio City resort in Macau, China, and that was this past Tuesday. Now, Mariah, who is now 45, and her billionaire boyfriend, Mr. James Packer, is 48. So this time she didn't go with a younger guy. She went with a guy a little bit older. Now, they just celebrated the launch of his $3.2 billion Hollywood-themed casino resort. And this was like a month after they made their red carpet debut as a couple in New York City. So now they only been kicking it that we know of publicly for about a month or so. Now she's there with the opening of his multi-billion-dollar resort in China. She did a performance of Hero at the opening ceremony. And Hollywood was out, of course, you know, some of the heavy hitters. Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro, Leonardo DiCaprio. This place has like 1,600 rooms. And they did some kind of 15-minute short film that was a fake Scorsese film that basically showed the three of them, Leonardo DiCaprio and Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio. They were all trying to look like they were trying to get a part in this film, but it wasn't a real film. But they put this together. You know, that's what rich folks do when they don't have anything else to do. They put together money and make a fake film.
Right.
People out here trying to put a real film together, but anyway, I digress. So Packer, he is the other half of a company that he owns called Rat Pack Entertainment.
Right.
He put this whole thing together, and it says that he shelled out about $70 million to create the short film, specifically just to publicize the resort. So we'll see how that goes, but that's what Mariah's up to. That's your girl, Poppa DD. It says that she did have on a plunging black gown, so I'm sure she had all the girls out in rare form, as she tends to do.
Titties popping as usual.
Yeah, everything was popping. But, you know, that's how Mariah rolls.
That's the rules.
She's not happy if the girls aren't sitting up saying hello.
I wonder what the ex is thinking. Like, okay, look, he probably saying this bitch after being there now, he dropped my ass.
I don't think Nick Cannon's even worried about that at one bit.
Maybe not.
Well, he's been seen with several different women, so
wouldn't it be funny if he come after her for some alimony or palimony, whatever you call it? You know, he might decide to come after
the curbamony.
Just like the Halle Berry syndrome.
Yeah,
that's a whole other
problem.
We
got. Wait a minute. Where's that kiss list? Where's that kiss list? We have got to add. Okay, here we go.
We gonna add him to the kiss list, Papa?
We got. Mariah Carey.
So what you think about Mariah Carey and her new boyfriend, Papa? Because you say you wanted to save this for last.
You know, I tell you, Mariah has been through the mill. She's you know, God bless her soul. She started off with what's his name, Tommy Batola.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at him. Now Tommy Batola, that he's the same guy that Michael Jackson called the devil.
Yeah, so he was a devil.
Michael Jackson. Tommy Batola is the devil.
Remember he was
He took my money. He took
with
my
a megaphone.
He took my money. He took my you know, my masters. I mean, he, you know.
Wait a minute. Maybe he needed the money to keep Mariah.
Well, I think Tommy Batola, he turned Mariah into. I'm just speculating, talking stuff here. He turned Mariah Carey into the older man aspect of things. You know what I mean? So now
that's what she's
now she's the master of the game. You know, half the time you're good at stuff based on who taught you.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You become the person that, you know, whoever turns you on to shit, you actually become them afterwards.
Right. So he
you know what I mean?
He was the primary.
So now, but I think Nick Cannon was the guy that she kind of settled into because she wanted to have a healthy baby. She needed some nice creamy white sperm. You know what I mean? So she went and found a young guy that was shooting some straight fucking, you know, some Elmer's glue straight up, white as snow. I mean, she couldn't get that. She needed Anyway, I'm speaking in code here, but understand the education of it. Don't get, you know.
We got it. We listening.
Yeah, don't get thrown off on the laughter of it. I'm making jokes, but I'm being very serious. Right. She had to find a young sperm cell that could swim. Up to that old ass coochie and make it work. And now that he did that, and she fulfilled her situation as far as having a child was concerned, she's very content with that. So now that she got rid of him, she, you know, we have a live audience, by the way. She's pregnant again.
Wow, Mariah Carey's pregnant again.
We have a live audience. We have Ree here.
We got didn't know about that.
Is she pregnant by the billionaire? Is that right?
She's like to have $1 billion baby.
$1 billion. Anyway, we have a live studio audience. We have Ree and we have Leroy.
And what was the name of that law firm?
That law firm is Do We Cheat 'Em and How?
Okay.
And they're representing that law firm. And Ree said that Mariah Carey's pregnant. I didn't know
about that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
We got it.
It's on Facebook, and what could be more reliable than that?
We got an update on that. My bad.
So anyway, like I said, we now who we gonna wait a minute now? We got Mariah Carey on the kissing list. We're going to put Holly Berry on there for a later discussion.
Yeah. So if you guys got any questions or comments we're talking about, hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Right. So we're going to take a little CC break, and we're going to come back with What's Poppin' with Poppa DD. I was watching Facebook.
All right, students, settle down. Today's lesson is on weed etiquette. Just because weed has been legalized in certain states, people need to understand that they should use weed etiquette when visiting friends and family. Now, if you choose to smoke weed when visiting friends and relatives who don't smoke weed, please remember these rules. Number 1, go outside. Number 2, collect the roaches. Number 3, stand away from the house. Number 4, wash your hands and mouth when you come back inside. And remember, everyone does not want to get high with you. So don't take it personal. Some people may be on parole. Some may be interviewing for jobs where drug testing is required. And some may be in AA and they just can't get high with you. Maybe they just don't like the smell of weed. Did you think of that? So remember, if you sit in a car and smoke weed and come back in the house and sit on their nice upholstered furniture, that smell will remain in their sofa for quite a while, and they may not like that. Weed is not a cologne or a perfume. Everyone doesn't want to smell it. So make sure you use weed etiquette when you do your thing. This has been a public service announcement for weed etiquette, and we thank you for your time. Hey, Papa, what are you doing, man? What you doing?
I'm waiting for the teacher to get
Students, settle down. Hey, students. Okay, share with the teacher. Why? Share with the teacher. Students, share with the teacher. Someone open the window, please. Open the window.
Okay, all right. All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
That's fine.
And we have a live audience. We have Ree and Leroy in the audience tonight. Y'all want to say hello?
Hey.
They said they did a quiet hey, undercover hey. Anyway, if you're just joining us, we are the Pajama Party every Friday night. We're a late night talk show that we talk about everything that's happening. We try to keep it real, keep it right. If you want to rebuttal us, you can give us a call at 914-803-4306. And press 1. If you're listening by phone already, just press 1 and you'll come up on the queue as being in the mix. And you can rebuttal what we're saying. We're just talking. We're not saying that what we say is bond. We're speaking on our point of view. So if you want to say, Poppa DD, you're full of crap.
Well, what I say is right.
Or Redwine, you're full of crap. Or Ketel, you're full of crap. You can do that.
I'm not
Open up, let yourself be free.
There you go.
You know what I mean? We don't care.
They can check us online also.
Call us. Say, Poppa DD, I hate your freaking guts. I think
call them and tell them that.
Tell me that. Hey, my shoulders as big as hell. I've held worse stuff on my shoulders. Anyway.
They can catch us online too, Papa.
Catch us online at apajamaparty.com. You can listen to our archives and all our different stuff from the past, our different drinks of the night. What do we call that? Our cocktail of the week.
Yeah, get all of that.
Our cocktail.
Tonight we have a whiskey smash.
Yeah, we got something called a whiskey smash tonight. I'm drinking what's called Cavassier Exclusive, and I'm chasing it with a Stella, by the way, and a nice cold water, because I want to save my teeth. Anyway.
That's what you're concerned about.
My concern is my teeth after all that. So anyway, brown liquor mixed with beer with a water chaser.
Okay.
And, you know.
About to be passed out somewhere.
Okay.
So what's popping tonight?
What's popping tonight with me tonight? I ran across a book today by a gentleman called John Hope Bryant. Let me repeat that name, John Hope Bryant. He has a book called How the Poor Can Save Capitalism. And it was really deep because he talks about what's really running this country. A lot of people talk about Macy's and Nordstrom and all these expensive stores, and these stores ain't really holding it down. You know what I mean? Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, these places was holding it down. You know, people that are less fortunate and making less money that are patronizing these stores weekly and daily, and they're the ones that's putting it together. And his book is an audio book, so you ain't got to read it. It's an audio book, and it's the gentleman is very versed, and he talks about a lot of things that has to do with Macy's. Really, just when they put together their stores, they put them in key places, and they kind of just live off of the property value. Like 34th and 8th Avenue in New York, they're always in key places where they have major property value, so they make money just off the land. Whether they even open the door and sell one product, it doesn't even matter because they're living large in a spot that they're in. They own everything. They don't rent or anything like that. They own stuff, and they're in a key place, and people just come there just to look and browse. They make more money just on browsers than anything else. But the real people that are moving the country are the Walmarts and it was the Kmart, but they didn't fell by the wayside. Just different everyday stores. And he's speaking on the fact that it's so many things out here that we do every day that's making big money that people don't even realize it, and the people that's making the big money ain't talking about it. So we really have to tap into and take notice of what we're doing every day or every week. How do we spend our money every week? You might want to write it down and see what you're doing, and maybe you want to play the stock market and invest in it. Because hell, if you're going to Home Depot 3-4 times a week, and you know a bunch of other people going to Home Depot 3-4 times a week, that might be a stock you want to invest in because look at Starbucks. It's the same way. Why do you think people hang in there and stuff like that? Because their stock is up like crazy, and people that's investing in it, they go there because they're investing in it, and it's just a vicious cycle that's going around and around and around. And also want to focus on that Republican debate. I want to go back on that. I think that the Republicans have a lot of nerve telling, what were you on, CNBC?
They told NBC.
They have a lot of nerve telling NBC what they don't want or we're not going to do you. It's a debate. You signed off on this a long time ago. And now that you guys are running around like chickens with your head cut off, now you're going to flex your muscles and tell America what you don't want to do? Despite the questions that's coming at you, just answer them. Instead of now trying to throw your power up. Now, Chris Christie and all them got power now that Trump done led the stuff for the last 6 months. So now Chris Christie and Rubio and everybody else got their swerve back on. But it was quiet as church mouses a few months ago when Trump was doing his thing for real. So now they're all trying to act like we're not going to do that. And your boy Cruz, he's talking again. When he was quiet, the world was at peace. But now that Cruz started talking again and Chris Christie with his fat ass started talking again,
Rubio.
And Rubio, who's Mr. Looks So Good, he think he's going to win on his handsomeness alone. I mean, the characteristics and the stages all lined up in your boy Ben Carson.
Oh,
whew, my brother.
That's your boy.
Where did you get that brown skin? How does your garden grow? Whew, my goodness. But, he's a neurosurgeon. I'm sure he saved a lot of people's, brain aneurysms and things like that. I'm sure he reached into people's lives and saved their life and everything. I'm sure Hopkins got his picture down at the hospital for saving millions and plenty of people. But President of the United States? Phew, who was the last brother ran for President of the United States? That pizza guy. What was his name?
Oh, gosh. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, callers, if you got the name, call us in and give us the name of the pizza guy who was laying with like 20 women.
Yeah.
And he got kicked out because his Johnson was like, you know, and his wife was like, well, the damn. I didn't know that myself. Anyway, this whole Republican thing, and the Democrat thing as well. Where are all the Democrat candidates? Is that all we have? Bernie Sanders and
well, you got
Martin
Bernie,
O'Malley
you got
and
Hillary, you got Martin.
But who else is that it?
You got that other guy. Well, no, he dropped out.
Hillary's a has-been.
Well, you had that other guy.
Bernie Sanders, I would not want my father or my grandfather at that age, at 73 years old, be running nothing. Are you kidding me? At 73 years old, I know he's definitely wearing the Depends. Hell, my Johnson's dripping and I'm in my 50s. So I know in his 70s, his front of his drawers is wet every day. I mean, come on. That's just a thing with men. After a while, you know, the Johnson just starts dripping in the drawers. At 73 years old, I know he got some drippy drawers. So you kidding me? Anyway, is that all we got to choose from? We got that. Yeah, but anyway, I'm not going to go on with it. That's what's popping me tonight. Check out this book if you can. John Hope Bryant, How the Poor Can Save Capitalism. If the poor would just focus on what they're doing and stop worrying about what rich people are doing and focus on what you're doing. And the Republicans, too many, and the Democrats, not enough. That's it for me, full stop.
All right, then. Drop the mic.
I'm dropping the mic.
Oh, boy. We're going to lose another mic this week.
Yeah.
You know we running through them like water.
If you guys going to donate some mics to us, hit us up at 914-803-4306.
And please press 1.
Press 1.
Yeah, we need some mics this way.
That microphone is coming out of your chest.
I don't know where you get these commercials.
Oh boy.
Anyway, we want to keep it moving.
Yeah,
we might as well keep it moving. Come on, Papa, what you got over there? Weird news. We're gonna lighten it up a little bit.
Let's see.
Boy. Drop so many mics. We're gonna lighten it up now. Come on.
You gotta pull out the reserve.
Okay. On the weird news tonight, I got here that a prosecutor was suspended after pulling a gun on fake spiders. Now this is weird news, so I don't know. Who does our research?
Our intern.
Our intern. Okay. Our intern is fresh out of a place in Philadelphia
straight out of Compton.
We used to call Byberry, which is a mental institution.
Where that blimp landed.
In Logan, West Virginia. An assistant prosecutor in West Virginia has been suspended after pulling a gun and threatening to shoot fake spiders that were scattered around the office as Halloween decoration. He thought they were real. Now, what the hell is the prosecutor doing with a gun? I thought he was a lawyer. Isn't the prosecutor a lawyer? You guys are from the law firm of Dewey, Cheating, Howe.
The prosecutors come to work.
Like I said, we have a live audience. We have Ree and we have Leroy, and they're here representing the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Yeah, they're our official auditors.
There are auditors, there are lawyers, and you guys don't carry firearms, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Leroy said no. Ree said, hell yes. Are you kidding me? I'm packing right now.
All right.
Feel my back, okay?
Packing and strapped. Watch out now.
Feel my back. That's not my booty. That's my gun. Anyway.
All right.
Anyway, he pulled out his gun in the courtroom from fake spiders here. He said he's scared to death of spiders. And the Logan County prosecutor, his name is John Bennett. So if you're ever in West Virginia, look out for John Bennett.
Put him on the list.
Yeah, put him on the list. John Bennett, he's on the kiss it list. John Bennett, he told the media outlet that Chris White informed other employees that he is deadly afraid of spiders. Oh, they set his ass up. Oh, he got set up.
They messed him up.
Okay, so he walked in the courtroom, and out of his back, he pulled out a firearm. Now, this is the prosecutor.
What's walking around with a firearm? What's up with that? They off the chain. Woo. He came in there and saw spiders and just lost it.
Wild, Wild West.
I tell you. This is where, West Virginia?
You better stay out of there.
Anyway, Mr. Bennett said that he assured people that the gun wasn't loaded, and he was just fearing for his safety because everybody knows he's definitely scared of spiders, and they shouldn't have done that to him. But he's suspended, and we hope that Mr. Bennett gets some help on that spider situation. And damn, what is he doing with a gun?
What are you gonna do with the spiders if the gun was not loaded?
First of all, how you gonna shoot a spider with a damn big ass 9mm bullet?
Unloaded. He claimed it was unloaded.
Whatever.
That's crazy.
Okay. Well, that's his alibi.
Yeah, that's his alibi.
Now that the cell doors have closed behind him.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Okay, that's one weird news.
I got another weird news story for you. Peoria, Arizona. Halloween tricks came early for some drivers and pedestrians in the Phoenix area when a giant inflatable pumpkin bounced down the roadway in high winds. This 25-foot-tall pumpkin escaped from its display promoting the Peoria Monster Bash on yesterday. It was sailing down the street and it damaged 2 street lights. The pumpkin owner, Mr. Patrick Sparks, with Big AZ, or is that Az? Big Az Promotions?
Yeah.
Big Az Promotions told the news station that it took him 40 minutes to track the giant squash down because that thing got loose and was just bouncing all over the streets.
Well, how did it escape? That's what I'm trying to say.
Just like that
giant
blimp.
pumpkin escape?
The blimp.
Just like the blimp. These things
put air and
escape.
stuff in the
They got
wind blow.
legs.
You don't tie him down.
I think they conspire and say, all right, at midnight we're going to make a break. And they just take off and run. So the officials are saying that it wasn't vandalism, but it was the windy weather that sent the jack-o'-lantern on its trip. Nobody was injured, but the street lines and the pumpkin will need a few repairs. Did you see that on the news?
No.
That pumpkin was bouncing down the street,
I think
25-foot pumpkin. Bouncing down the street, just tearing up everything in his path.
That would be a scary sight. And it's Halloween, too? I think somebody released that, you know.
Well, they claim nobody did it. That's what they claim.
Okay. Well, I got a crazy one. On the news, they were showing that a car was found on a roof. Joyce Kingsley heard kaboom while at her Michigan home. She immediately thought about extreme weather, because they've been having some bad weather in the area. She's 83 years old. She saw a Ford Mustang was parked on the roof of her home after the driver had a medical problem Monday and lost control on Interstate 69 in Chiawassee County.
And the car ended up on the roof of the house?
Ended up on the roof. Kingsley home about 20 miles east of Lansing is built next to a hill, and the roof is nearly level with the ground.
Wow.
So she says, I was just watching TV inside, and I had it up pretty loud, but this was much louder. State police said the Mustang went through several bushes, trees, and a fence before stopping on the roof. The driver was treated for low blood sugar, but wasn't hurt. The driver extremely lucky. Kingsley plans to put a tarp over the damaged roof until it is fixed.
Well, were they able to save the Mustang?
Yeah, they were able to save the Mustang.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, Mustang lover.
I'm just asking.
Oh, you're not worried about the woman's roof?
Well, no.
Well, at least you're honest.
I mean, the driver, and, I was worried about the Mustang.
Suppose if the Mustang would have fell through the roof. Then what?
Well, then I would have been worried about the Mustang.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right. You guys got any questions or comments or anything about this weird news we're talking about? Hit us up tonight, 914-803-4306.
And press 1.
Gotta press 1. We're going to take a little CC break and be right back with, I'm just saying, with Redwine.
All righty.
Hey, this is Redwine, just doing a few promos for the Pajama Party Adult Online Radio Talk Show. You know how we do it. PJs only. No clothes allowed. And I was just trying to get this done.
Hey, Redwine, are you talking about the Pajama Party, where we talk about hot topics, movie reviews, living for the city, and what's poppin' with me, Poppa DD?
I know you guys aren't doing this spot without me. Ketel with the yellow sign. Did you tell everybody that they can reach us at apajamaparty.com or call us live, 914-803-4306. Check us out on Twitter. And don't forget to Okay, now is the time for me to sing.
No. We don't have time for all that. Why don't she could sing? Let's get back to the show.
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Me.
If you join us for the first time, the Pajama Party is every Friday night adult night talk show.
You sure?
The rules of the Pajama Party is that there are no rules.
Yeah.
And also the rules are if you have on pajamas, please don't wear underwear underneath your pajamas. That is so tacky.
PJs only.
PJs only. See, when Redwine agrees with it, it's legit.
No clothes.
See, y'all listen to me, y'all just think I'm some pervert talking stuff. But
well,
when
at least
Redwine,
you admit it.
you know what? Okay. All right. When Redwine joins in, you know it's real.
You gonna tell them where we are?
We are at the Joycetown. We're in Joycetown at the Exorcist. I'm not from
Exorcist
DC,
Steps.
so,
Across from the Exorcist Steps.
They claim that the Exorcist was filmed here.
Oh, they claim. Okay.
Just like when I go in Baltimore, they talk about The Wire.
No.
I go to Philly, they talk about Rocky. You know, I go to
it became a national landmark.
National landmark.
Yeah.
Like in New York, Long Island, there's something called the Amityville Horrors. You heard of Amityville?
Yeah, I read that book.
You realize that's a town in Long Island.
Very
and that's
frightening.
on the Massapequa Railroad, Long Island Railroad line.
I was very frightened after I read that book.
Yes, anyway.
Very disturbing.
Anyway, that's a little...
history. Little known history fact.
Little history fact that the
Black history.
Amityville Horror is in Long Island.
What you got over there, Redwine?
Yes.
Well, tonight I'm just saying,
here we go.
innocent until proven poor. That's what I want to talk about.
Go on, girl.
The law says that we're innocent until proven guilty. Allegedly. Well, I've recently discovered that statement doesn't really hold true for everybody. It appears that the truth of the matter is that you're innocent until proven poor. The people who can afford a good lawyer have the means to make situations go away. That includes charges against them and the people who accuse them. See, money can buy your innocence, but when you can't afford innocence, you end up guilty. Not because you did whatever they're accusing you of, but because you can't afford to buy your innocence. Most of us can. And that should be against the law. I'm just saying. Now, let's take, for example, the prep school senior who says he's going to an Ivy League school of divinity. He was accused of raping a girl who was a minor at the time. Now, this young lady was traumatized by that whole ordeal, and now she had to relive the whole thing when she had to testify in court against him. And even after all the evidence showed that the young man had in fact raped her, the jury reduced his 11-year sentence down to 1 year. That's what money and a good lawyer will do for you when you can afford it. I'm just saying. The legal system is supposed to be fair to everyone, and justice is supposed to be blind. Well, apparently that justice statue has removed her blindfold, or she's peeking with one eye open or something, because too many people who don't have the financial means to buy their innocence are not getting a fair shake. I'm tired of seeing it on the news. I'm tired of reading about it online and in the newspapers. Time and time again, we see cases where people that most would consider rich that should be doing hard time for the laws that they break, but they're not. Somehow they seem to get away with a moderate slap on the wrist, or they spend a year or two in a government-run federal prison, which for most times equates to be a forced vacation. What is that about? While some people who couldn't afford a lawyer, they end up in a risky, rusty, dusty, nasty, unsafe state prison, afraid for their life every day. I'm just saying. How much more of this foolishness do we have to endure? I always hear the term travesty of justice used when people can't get their way in court. But this notion of innocent until proven rich is the epitome of a travesty of justice. I'm just saying. I call it like I see it. Maybe it's guilty until proven rich. Either way, it's the same thing, and it stinks the same way. That prep school boy who was 18 at the time, and he raped a 15-year-old child. He claims that he didn't have intercourse with her, and even the jury didn't believe him. They acquitted him on the serious felony charge, which should have carried an 11-year sentence. But now he only has to serve 1 year,
and register as a sex offender, and his expensive lawyer is appealing that decision, and he's out on bail. This girl is traumatized over the whole thing. She had to go through that in court, and he's out on bail, and his high-powered, expensive lawyer is going to appeal the whole thing. He might not even serve the 1 year that he's been given. So apparently, people are innocent if proven rich, and that's a damn shame. This is Redwine, and I'm just saying.
Ooh-wee.
I'm just saying.
I hear you, Redwine.
This stuff is disturbing, and it makes me mad.
Another mic being dropped.
I might have to. I'm trying to conserve my mic.
All right. You got any questions or comments with Redwine or Papa or I'm saying tonight? Hit us up at 914-803-4306. And
press 1.
Yeah, press 1.
I'm going to have to drop it.
Yeah.
The microphone is coming out of your chest.
That's true.
I'm scared of you, mother.
You don't care, huh?
I ain't scared of you, mother.
Woo.
That was heavy stuff.
Yeah, sure was, Papa.
Heavy stuff. And a lot of people can be put relative to that, like Mike Tyson, where the woman went to his room.
Hello.
And nobody's seen or no video of anything, and he got the felony thing that the other guy you talked about got acquitted from. When you get the felony rape charge on you, you going to jail, go straight to jail. How long did Mike Tyson stay in jail? He just messed up his whole boxing career.
Yep.
He came out, he was no more good after that. And nobody even know what happened between them two. And, and that girl was 15 years old.
15.
And it was a conquest, so therefore that was the only girl that came forward. The sad part about when people do stuff, that's when they actually get caught.
Wow.
How many women he done ran up on through the years before he actually got caught? Because he was 19, so he's a couple years removed.
Yeah, well, he was 18 at the time.
Right, but he was...
I think back to what Richard Pryor said when he made a joke years ago talking about when you go to court, he said you go to court to find justice, but all you find is just us. That's messed up.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't find just us when you go to court and have to deal with a negative situation.
That's true.
If justice is supposed to be blind, you need to keep that blindfold intact.
Well, I just think also, too, that, civil rights is for all people. I think that people should never think that when something's happened to a certain group of people that the other group is immune to something, because everybody gets their darkness day when they need some representation or some shit crawls up their ass that they need to be protected from. And now then that group is calling, we won't say no races or ethnicities, but then they need help. And I think when Martin Luther King was fighting for civil rights, it was civil rights for all people. Civil rights being violated is civil rights, period. It's got nothing to do with color. And I think with the shootings and all, it made people feel like when they say Black Lives Matter, I think it gives people of another persuasion the get out of jail free card to think that they're immune to this particular situation, and that's not true at all. We need to stop all this madness because it's getting out of hand. The bullets ain't got no name on it, like we talked last week about the little 4-year-old girl who was killed in the
in that road rage
situation. When you pull the trigger on the gun, ain't no telling where that bullet's going to go, and it might hit the wrong people one day. So
live and let live.
That's really sad, and we're going to keep it moving. Because our show is moving along. Tonight for Living for the City, I'm going to focus on what's called karma. And karma is a term that has to do with people actually feeling the brink of what they do to other people. And is it hard or is it soft? Karma is something that comes along when people least expect it. You know what I mean? When people in your job deny you of something, and all of a sudden it bites them in the butt. Karma is a word that we don't see or realize, but believe me, people get their karma down the line. Karma comes in all different packages. It comes in a big package, a small package, comes out of nowhere. If you screw people all year long, then at the end of the day, when you're going out for something, you don't get it yourself, or you went up for a bigger job, but you denied people a smaller job, and now your bigger job wasn't done. You didn't get the promotion you wanted based on you denying other people. I just think that people should live and let live. I mean, I'm going to keep mine short tonight. I just think that when we use karma, I remember a long time ago on an ATM machine. See, now with ATM machines, when you want to make another transaction, you got to re-enter your PIN number. And this is a very true story. I was at a Mac machine, and I went to use it, and it was still active. It said, "Do you want to make another transaction on somebody else's transaction?" And I said yes, and it was somebody else's transaction on the ATM, and I withdraw $200 from this person's transaction they left on, because now you have to re-enter your PIN number when you do stuff. Mm-hmm. But back then, you didn't have to do it. And do you know that a couple weeks later, I lost my wallet with $200 in my wallet?
Wow.
And that is a true story, to the penny, to the dollar, to the everything. And I was like, damn. I said, and right away I thought about the $200 I took out of that machine when I should have pressed no and didn't go in that person's account. And I lost my wallet with $200 in there a couple weeks later. And that's just a financial karma. But karma comes in relationships, how you do people, the way you mess people over, the way you disrespect people, the way you just live your life every day. You have to understand, your bad luck comes when you're distributing madness and bad luck yourself. I mean, it's very interesting. So watch that karma, because it doesn't involve anybody else. It's something that crops up your ass because you've been up somebody else's ass, just to put it in terms that are street terms that we can relate to or understand. And I'll sign off on that, and that's my living for the city for the night. It's karma. Watch yourself. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Period.
All right. That's a heavy topic.
I heard that.
Yeah, karma's deep.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Okay. We're going to take a little
break.
Want
to take a break?
Yeah. We're going to take a little CC break. Our studio audience, they might take a PP break or something like that.
Yeah, they're...
If they can get down the steps of Georgetown. We're in Georgetown tonight, across from the famous
steps
of Georgetown. Yeah, it's about 80 steps.
Oh, no.
They got to get down. So we're going to take a little CC break and come right back.
So I was looking over the Cocktail of the Week archives, and we've had so many really great drinks over the past year and a half.
We've had our original signature drink called the Pajama Party, and a game changer, and of course we have the last word.
I like the Revolution. It was Hennessy, lemon and lime juice, agave juice, and bitters with jalapeno slices.
Woo-wee!
I like that Crown Royal Flush with the Crown Royal, peach schnapps, and cranberry juice.
Oh, yeah. And one of my favorites was the, what's it called? The Dutch Mule. Yeah, the Dutch Mule with the Ketel orange vodka, lime juice, and ginger beer.
There are so many to choose from on the apajamaparty.com website.
So check out the Cocktail of the Week archives to get the recipes.
And you can find out how to make the Cocktail of the Week and sip along with us.
Are there instructions there too?
Sure they are, along with pictures of the drink so you know exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So what's that y'all got in your glass?
This is a boomerang.
Well, I got a Kinky Reed over here.
And I got the ABS.
Get the recipes at www.apajamaparty.com and click on Cocktail of the Week. Cheers!
Welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel.
Hello.
And Redwine.
Bonsoir.
And if you're joining us for the first time, we are a Friday night show every Friday.
Every Friday.
Every Friday.
Yeah.
Every Friday.
Yep, we are in Georgetown, Washington, D.C. We're across from the Exorcist Steps, the famous movie The Exorcist.
Uh-huh.
And this was considered a landmark today. They, when folks are coming to D.C., they're going to check us out.
Those, it'll be a tourist stop now.
Yeah, 70 and 80 steps that the priest fell down in the movie The Exorcist. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
If we're not careful, we're going to reenact that.
I hope not. Mm-mm. But I got your Hollywood wrap-up. You guys heard about the Taylor Swift lawsuit?
No.
Who's getting sued?
Taylor Swift filed a counterclaim Wednesday against a former Denver radio host. He sued her after he said he lost his job because of false accusations that he had inappropriately touched her during a photo session. His name is David Mueller. He sued Swift in U.S. District Court in Denver in September, saying he was falsely accused by a member of her security team of grabbing the singer's buttocks backstage at the Pepsi Center June 2nd, 2013. Mueller, who denied any inappropriate contact, said he was fired 2 days later. He used to work at KYGO Radio. He doesn't work there anymore. So he's saying that he got fired because she accused him of grabbing her butt. Correct. Okay. Yep.
What butt?
According to Swift's counter-argument, Mueller claims that one of his superiors at the radio station committed the alleged assault. But Swift says it was just solely him. Mueller's newfound claim that he is the wrong guy, and therefore his termination from the KYGO was unjustified. So she sticks by her story. It says Swift's publicist saying the radio host employer was given evidence after the incident and made its own decision to fire him. Swift, who is asking for a jury trial, says any money she might receive involving the lawsuit will be donated to charitable organizations dedicated to protecting women from similar acts of sexual assault and personal.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
If the guy grabbed her butt and your butt is behind you, how did you see who grabbed your butt?
Ooh.
And plus, she's got 9 miles of money, so she can just call a lawyer and tell them to handle this, and she ain't got to even worry about where it's going. She can call and say, "How's that case going?"
She don't want. She don't want that.
But I'm just saying, if somebody comes up behind you, grabs you on the back part of your body,
right?
By the time you can turn around to see who did it, if there's 2 people standing there, how do you know who did it?
Again, I say what butt.
Well, I would say it grabs you in the back part of your anatomy.
No, I mean as far as
the girl really doesn't have
as far as Taylor Swift and the
other
girl that does Wrecking Ball, what's her name?
Oh, Miley Cyrus.
Between Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift's ass, there's not one ass between the two of them. I mean no disrespect.
Well, the lower side of her back, if she says that he grabbed it,
okay.
I'm just wondering, how did you see it if you're facing forward?
Okay.
Unless your head turns like The Exorcist.
I don't want to put Miley Cyrus on this, but she'll go on there too, just having a small ass.
We're going to push Taylor Swift down the steps, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe she'll see that.
But you know what?
Just talking about that, how money can just
right.
move things without probable cause. How can Taylor Swift actually ever take a lawsuit serious? I think the only lawsuit that actually upset Oprah Winfrey was the one with the meat company. That really got her attention.
Right.
Everything else, Oprah just said, tell the lawyers, hey, handle that. Handle that. Handle that. They don't take this stuff serious.
No. But you know what, sometimes I look at Taylor Swift as using certain opportunities as a publicity type stunt.
Yeah.
Or just to push her record sales up, or
Yeah. What about when she was in love with that Kennedy boy and she brought that house right across the street from?
Yeah.
From the
that was
Kennedys.
Straight stalker behavior.
That was stalker for real. He laid a real one on her, and he wasn't even interested in that skinny ass.
He said, "Bye,
I'll buy a house right across the street from you," and she did it. She did it with the quickness.
She was like, I got it like that.
He said, "I'm getting away from you." And that was one that got away from her.
Okay, but I'm gonna move on. But that other news, the big thing is Raven Simone. They're trying to. They have 100,000 signatures to get Raven off of The View. They really want her off.
Yeah, she's
the public.
Yes,
wow.
Because they're saying that she's just talking too much.
She's nuts.
And not saying, I guess, what they want them to hear.
She ain't making no sense. She just talks. She says what she says, and there's no connection to history of life it's just amazing the way
But her job on there is to speak her opinion, and that's what she's doing. If people don't agree with her opinion, you have at least 3 or 4 or how many of them is it? 5? You got 5 women on that panel. Most people can probably identify with at least one of them. So if people don't identify or agree with what she's saying, why are they worried about it?
Well, they wanted also to relate Raven to living on planet Earth.
Well, that's not where she lives. That's her choice.
She's gonna live on planet Earth, Papa.
Every time she talks, people.
That's not right. That's not
People-
right.
I'm saying if she wants to live on another
right.
planet, that's her choice.
Let me give my.
I'm not mad at Raven. I
you
say
ever
all
watch the
y'all need to get
cartoons?
off of Raven.
You ever watch the cartoons when they hit a cartoon character in the head and they go like this? They go yeah. You shake their head. You ever see that?
Yes, I have
Right.
seen that.
And-
I've never
and-
seen anybody actually do it.
Well,
I've seen cartoons.
I do it all the time.
Oh,
Anyway,
what's that about?
I'm not in
people,
that.
when they hear Raven talk, they well, what did she just say? She's not relating anything to the history. Sometimes you may relate something to an older member of your family, or something you heard somewhere that has some legs, or an old saying that's real,
So
or
she's
something
just
that's
talking
strong.
outside her neck.
She is just talking based on the little frolic life that she's lived, the rich life that she has
But
possessed.
that's what they brought her on there for.
But you can't go straight from the Cosby Show to TV.
Oh,
Remember that Saturday morning TV stuff?
I'm not gonna mess with
closing your door, and then you experience the life she lived over there, and now she's on TV talking about serious topics, and she hasn't even walked the streets of anywhere.
I don't always agree with what she says, but I'm not mad at her.
I'm not mad at her.
I'm just saying that people need to get off of her.
I'm just saying, every time I think about her,
she has a job to speak her opinion,
right?
And if people don't agree with her, or if her opinion is not the popular opinion, so be it.
But she's talking like the girl with the feet in the pajamas
but then
on the
too,
Cosby Show.
But then too, it brings up ratings also. I mean, you'd be surprised.
That's true.
Yeah.
People watch it because
just
right.
to see what Raven
stay crazy. Like Donald Trump, same thing.
That's right.
Okay.
They're watching to see what's.
I'm not hating on her at all, but she's very entertaining.
Okay.
I mean, the outfits she wear and everything, and her hair.
Yeah, the decorative eyelashes. And
Oh,
all that.
yeah, she.
Go ahead, girl. Do your
Yeah, she
thing.
had some Venetian blondes the other day. They were flapping.
I'm gonna keep moving.
Unfortunately, we have had some breakups and some, I guess, makeups. I guess we got Sandra Bullock has a new boyfriend, Byron Randall.
Here we go.
Hollywood's hottest couple now.
Yeah, she's worth $200 million. You know.
All right now, ain't that right?
$100 million.
Well, he's a model photographer.
Yeah,
Randall. He's 49 years old. She's 51. Okay.
$200 million.
That's okay. Well, he gonna get attached to that 200 million.
Yes, he's in it. Yes.
Okay, it says the pair was first spotted together over the summer. While the pair are still getting to know each other, it's clear the romance has potential. So Bullock, he has a son, Lewis, the one she adopted, and he has a daughter. They don't say her name, but he has a daughter.
Okay.
So, a blended family already.
Okay.
Also, Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield, they have split. Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield have officially ended their 3-year relationship. They still have a lot of love for one another.
I bet they
they're on
do.
good terms.
But we will not be under the same roof.
Got to get up out of here.
Yeah, there's quite a few people that broke up in 2015.
Some more?
No, but I'm just saying they just in the line of the same people that have broke up or
okay.
In 2015, there's just a lot of couples that have broke up. Also, Halle Berry.
She filed for divorce twice.
Oh, Halle.
Oliver Martinez, the actor. Now,
the French guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonsoir. She told that butt, bonsoir.
They have a child together, but I think she's going to end up paying out some alimony, whatever you want to call it.
She seems so troubled.
Yeah, I think it's Halle.
I'm not blaming on her, but I just think, in my opinion, I just think that Halle Berry should never broke up with Eric Benet. I just think going on Oprah and talk about him like a dog was the wrong thing to do, because I think Eric Benet opened her up. He opened her up to the.
He opened her up?
He opened her up to the whole. See, Redwine's mind is in the complete gutter.
He probably opened up to another scene that she's never seen before.
She was walking barefoot. She came out of the water in the James Bond movie.
Maybe she just.
You know what I mean? He brought out her true sexuality.
Yeah, maybe she was.
And then all of a sudden, she was making a movie, and he got some trim while she was gone, and she freaked out. Then she went on Oprah, and Oprah brought her a car. Someone said, "Girl, we're gonna take care of you." What the hell does Oprah know about, relationships?
I'm not gonna touch that one. I'm not gonna touch that. I'm gonna keep moving.
No disrespect. Oprah knows about lobster and shrimp and caviar and.
Oprah's about to be on. Halle's about to be on the market again, Poppa DD.
Who?
Halle.
He ain't gonna mess with Halle.
Damaged goods.
I
put Halle Berry in a class with Jennifer Anderson. Julia Roberts. Raven Simone.
Oh, no.
Okay. Mariah Carey.
Oh, boy.
Okay. One more. What's her name? The one from Moesha. What's her name?
Brandy.
Brandy.
All right, let me finish.
Use the women that are unbumpable.
I got one more. Khloe Kardashian is still dating James Harden.
Is he really?
Despite calling off her divorce with Lamar Odom.
Really?
Yeah, everybody knows about Lamar Odom. You know, he went into the little brothel and had his little mishap or whatever.
$75,000.
It says multiple outlets claim Kardashian and Harden had put their relationship on hold in the wake of Odom's hospitalization earlier this month. It says in her New People cover story, Kardashian confirms Harden is still her boyfriend. James has been very supportive and awesome. Kardashian further explains to the magazine that putting the brakes on her divorce from Odom was not a sign that they're getting back together romantically. For medical decisions and a ton of other things, it's just smarter that it's put on hold right now because she's still legally married to him, so she's making all the decisions.
You don't know what she wants to do.
And wasn't she the ugly duckling of the bunch?
She was, but she
spruced
it up.
She's still ugly to me.
She done spruced it up.
She ain't no
She
Kim.
lost some weight and she got some plastic surgery.
She ain't Kim, and nor is she double.
That's my Hollywood wrap up for tonight.
What's the one with Jennings' last name? What's her name? The other one.
I don't know. I can't. It's too many of them.
You gonna tell them what the cocktail of the week is? Redwine?
Oh, it's on me?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me move my glass.
Chloe?
Wait a minute. James Harden is the one with the big beard, right?
Right.
Yeah, and
okay.
And Chloe's the one that's the ugly duckling.
He's a basketball player.
Oh, okay. What is
yeah, and she's a.
I call him the human beard.
Yeah.
The beard that roared. Anyway, the cocktail of the week. So this week we have a drink that we think you would enjoy if you want to give it a try. It's called, maybe Poppa DD can help me with this one. It's called a whiskey smash, a classic whiskey smash. So to make it, you want to take a half of a lemon, a half of a lime, 7 fresh mint leaves, and you put that in a glass and use your muddler like that you use when you make a, what's that drink that you muddle the mint leaves?
Yeah.
I can't think of it now, but with the rum.
Begins with an M. The
mojito, right?
Yeah.
So you use that thing that you use to muddle when you make a mojito. Anyway, so you take a half a lemon, half a lime, 7 fresh mint leaves, and you muddle it gently. You don't want to like smash it into a paste. You just want to release all the flavor. Then you want to add a tablespoon of simple syrup, which is 1 part sugar and 1 part water. And then to that, you want to add a 1/4 cup of bourbon, and then fill up a tall glass with crushed ice. Take all those ingredients and mix them like in 2 glasses back and forth. Dump one into the other so you can blend it all together. And then sit back and sip and enjoy.
1/4 cup?
That's what the recipe says.
And what is this called again?
This is called a classic whiskey smash. I guess after you drink this, you will be smashed.
Yeah, it's a 1/4 cup of bourbon.
Well, 1/4 cup isn't that much.
That's your own discretion.
I mean,
the
it wasn't that
bartender's
much.
not pouring it. These people making it themselves.
Well, I liked it. Now, the lime, it says, is optional. So the one that I have right now, I don't have any lime. I just have the half a lemon.
They want to
and the
squeeze
mint
a
leaf.
whole half in there?
Well, you don't squeeze it. You just put it in the glass and then you muddle it.
No.
So you're basically just kind of mashing the juice out of it, and then you mix it back and forth with the lime and the mint leaves and the lemon and the simple syrup. Put it in a glass with crushed ice, not ice cubes. Put it in a glass, and I guess you want to strain out. Looks like that's what the bartender did.
Right.
Strain out the lemon and the lime because those are still cut up in a big piece. But it's really nice. And even though it's a whiskey-based drink, it doesn't taste like heavy whiskey. Because I don't tend to like
The
whiskey.
even dough?
Even though.
Yeah, you're talking. It sounds like you're putting it down.
No, I'm saying that even though it's some people when you say it's a whiskey drink, they shy away because that it's going to be strong whiskey flavored.
Y'all behave.
But if it was wine, you'd be giving us the vineyard and everything else, and what tree the damn grape came off of, right?
Can somebody muzzle
It's the
Poppa
wine.
DD?
The grape wine is from the vineyard.
We'll let him out tonight. Can we move on to the
going in
kiss
with my own toes.
Put Poppa DD on the kiss list, please.
If you guys got any questions or comments what we're talking about, hit us up tonight before we get off this air so I can keep them away from each other. 914-803-4306 and press 1.
Press 1. And put Poppa DD on the kisses list.
That's what we getting ready to do.
Even though it's whiskey.
We getting ready to tell you what's on the kisser list. You guys want to take a little break, or we
No, we can keep moving. Keep moving. The kisser list.
Tell them about the kisser list, Papa.
The kisser list is a list that we compile during the week and during the show of people that just made a jerk off of themselves, whether it be socially, economically, just harmoniously, or what have you. And you're welcome to call in and put people on the kiss list if you like. You can give their first and last name. If you like, you can give their social security number.
Oh, God.
Anything you want to do. If somebody pisses you off, they must call and give us their name, their first, last name, social security number, and their mother's maiden name, if you like. Anyway, we'll start with our kisser list tonight. Will be, as usual, Roger Goodell, who's the NFL commissioner, for being such a jerk off. He makes like $41 million a year.
Crazy.
How crazy is that? Macy's and the Red Star, they have a sale on Saturday with a preview day on Friday. Whatever that means, we don't know what that means yet.
And can I put RG3 on the kiss it list?
No, you can put your boy up. Yeah, whatever you want to do.
I want RG3 on the kiss it list. I don't know what he's doing, the way he's been riding that bench. He needs to get it together.
He needs to get
traded.
traded.
He needs to look for another team.
Yeah.
So until he does that and makes a move to further his career, he's on the kiss it list.
I think, but let's put the coach on there because the coach don't want to get fired.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The coach is, you know what, Gruden is actually talking to Shanahan to figure out what to do to not get fired from the Washington Redskins. And also Raven Simone will put on there because she's just full of crap. And, she's young and she's rich and she don't know what the hell she's talking about. Anyway, Amazon for just hiring people that they have an advertisement saying there's no GED or diploma required. Damn.
Also, I want to add Deputy Ben Fields. That's the cop that snatched that student around in South Carolina.
Yeah, Ben Fields. Call for a female backup, okay? Let the ladies deal with the ladies. And check him for steroids because I think he's got the big muscles and a little Johnson between his legs. Anyway, Mariah Carey, she's dating a millionaire now.
Billionaire.
Her and a billionaire, yeah, her and her.
So why are you putting on the kisser list, Papa?
He's just mad at Mariah.
She's a mess.
Okay.
She's a mess.
Okay.
Halle Berry, she's a mess. Jennifer Aniston, she's a mess. Julia Roberts, remember her? She was jockeying men like crazy. She's a mess. Let's put Raven Simone on there again. She's a mess.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Raven on there twice.
Okay.
We definitely need to put Jeb Bush on there.
Yeah, Jeb Bush, he's weak. He's about to fall off. He got rid of his COO.
Yeah.
Claimed that he just when he wears a suit, the suit's wearing him. He's not even wearing his suit. It's crazy.
Yeah. You need to call it, Jeb. It's over.
Let's put Rubio on there too, but thinking he's so slick and handsome. He think he's his looks are going to get him in.
Do we have Dr. Ben Carson?
Ben Carson, your boy.
And his wife were trying to sing the national
anthem. His wife was singing the national anthem in opera. And they were saying, you know what?
Not a good move.
You know what? How about just being the wife?
Yeah.
Anyway, John Bennett, the prosecutor who was shooting at the spiders. We can't forget about him. We're going to put Taylor Swift and Miley Cyrus for both of them little tiny asses not being the size of one regular ass. And they're both suing people for talking about their ass, and I say, what ass? So Miley Cyrus and Taylor Smith, you both, I won't say it too loud because Taylor Swift might sue my ass.
Yeah.
You ain't getting no money here, honey. Try getting the blood out of a rock, honey. And the guy that raped a 15-year-old and got away with it.
Oh, yeah. I don't have his name, but he knows who he is.
Yeah, the one with the prep school student. And I think the Secretary of State went to the same school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
John Kerry?
John Kerry. That school is very popular, and they've been hooking and hoeing for years up in that little joint.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So anyway, this is for all you guys who, acting the fool.
Kiss my entire ass. Kiss my my ass.
You can just kiss my ass. Baby, you can just kiss my ass.
Well, you can kiss my country ass. I said if you got a problem with any of that, you can kiss my natural born redneck to the bone, ever loving country ass. That's right.
All right, welcome back to the Pajama Party. I'm one of your hosts, Poppa DD. I'm here with Ketel
Hello.
and Redwine.
Bonsoir.
And as we wind down our evening for the night,
She got your cigar and smoking jacket on,
yes,
Papa?
The clock on the wall says.
I just took my Cuban cigar out of the cognac, and I'm going to light. Well, let me talk like the Southern. I'm fitting to. I'm fitting to light it. Okay, and let's keep the Southern flavor. I'm not sitting here with sneakers on. I got on tennis shoes. How about that?
All right.
Well, what's your last word?
My last word tonight is thank you for tuning in to our show. You know, we will do our best to try to keep you informed, to keep you enlightened on what's happening. I thank Redwine for putting out such a splendid commentary about things, because there have been so many people unlawfully accused of things, and things, people going down for the count without even having proper representation. It's so sad how people run. And then these prosecutors 10, 15 years later, the one guy just confessed it, that he did somebody wrong. You remember he confessed it, how he screwed up with that guy's life like that. You can't stop destroying lives. Stop making it so racial and so, you know, we're all in this together, because if ISIS penetrate the borders, we all going to be in trouble. And China's about to do something with America over in the Persian Gulf. It's crazy out there. Anyway, that's my word. Thank you for listening, and thanks for being a part of this.
What you got, Redwine?
I just want to say happy All Fools Day, Halloween, and everything else that people celebrate on tomorrow.
Amateur night,
Just be careful out there.
Careful.
You know, we're about to go outside on the streets of Georgetown and try not to get into too much trouble.
Yeah.
But that club over there where we can see out of the window, they got it going on over there.
Right now.
We're about to go over there and turn it out.
We're going to run up the steps first and run back down.
I'm going to take my time messing with those steps. I am not trying to hurt myself. So thanks to everybody for tuning in. And, you know, just keep in mind that people should not be guilty if proven poor. That's not fair. And that's not the way that the law is supposed to work. So let's all work together and try to do something about that and make a change.
All right now.
What's your last word, Ketel?
My last word, thanks to our old listeners, new listeners, and future listeners. A shout out to Georgetown, where we are in Washington, D.C. We're at the bottom or across the street of the steps of the famous movie that they did, Exorcist. And it's considered a landmark. They talked about that today as being an official landmark. So I want to shout out to Maryland, D.C., N.C., Cali, New Jersey, and also Louisiana.
And Atlanta.
All right, Atlanta.
Cali.
All right, say Cali.
Oh, I missed it.
Also, if you guys don't do nothing else, you guys can text everything that you want. But if you text these 6 letters, it will mean a whole lot to somebody. ILY and also IMY. Whoever you text it to, trust and believe they'll figure it out.
ILY and
IMY.
MY.
They will figure it out. So I'm going to say thanks a lot for everything.
Okay, I'm going to have to work on that.
And thanks for listening tonight. I'm out. Peace out. It's Ketel.
And this is
Who are you?
Wait a minute. Who are you? What was it? IMY.
ILY.
Wait a minute. IMY.
ILY.
ILY.
And IMY.
IMY.
Right. Send those texts out to somebody you really, really love.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Well, on that note, we're going to say bonsoir, and we'll see you 9 o'clock next Friday night, Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
And check out the website, apajamaparty.com, and you can hear previous episodes. You can relive this episode.
All right.
Again and again.
All right.
Yeah.
And tell a friend. Tell a neighbor.
Tell a friend to bring a friend.
Tell a relative.
Uh-huh.
Tell an enemy.
Ain't nothing but something to do.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Get educated. Get educated. You need education. Knowledge is power.
There you go.
And knowledge has got nothing to do with money.
Power.
Always remember that. When somebody says knowledge is power, stop thinking money. Knowledge has nothing to do with money. Knowledge has to do with access and opportunity. Nothing to do with money. Money is a metaphor for whatever. Money is a means to an end. It has nothing to do with, you making it every day in this world. Get your knowledge on. Get your swerve on. Anyway.
I'm out. This is Ketel with the yellow top. I'm out.
Yeah, we're out.
I'm waving. Good night.
We don't know what to do when we don't have papers in front of us. Anyway.
We're going trick-or-treating. At least I am.
Okay.
I'm going to go see if I can go find me some little minis.
Uh-huh.
Good night.
Good night.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Is it all over, Rock?
I guess so. I bid you farewell, arrivederci, sayonara, and all that sort of jazz.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, good night.
Yabiko. Sana.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now.
Good night, and good luck.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Now give me a kiss and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for attending our show, and good night.
Pajama Party, grown and sexy, Pajama Party, Pajama Party, party crew, keep it real for you. No clothes